Scorpio friends, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Intuitive Teacup. That is me. I am so excited to have all my Scorpio friends with me today for a love reading. We are going to do a tarot love reading for you guys. So mid-month of May into roughly mid-June, right? It's energy we're dealing with, so there is no fixed stop or start, end date, start date, whatever. If you stumbled across this video, if you're seeking it out, there's probably some message in here that will resonate with you that you can take away. That is my goal, my hope, my intention. If not, check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs for additional messages for more clarity. But do keep in mind, these are general messages. It can't always be your story. So if nothing's resonating, drop it like it's hot, right? Check out your monthly videos. Those are about 40 minutes. I also have Scorpio full moon videos for all the signs. Those are, I think, about 20 minutes each, so there's plenty of videos on here for you, Scorpio. So general messages, not everything will resonate. Everything you need to know will be in the description box below. I'm going through my list. So including the decks I'm using, the social media channels, everything you're going to want to know. Check out that dialogue box, that comment box. 3 important things. We are in the Scorpio full moon. How are you guys doing? How you doing, Scorp, with that intense, emotive full moon? So obviously, Scorpio, your card in the tarot is the Death card. It's all about renewal, rebirth, transformation, changing for the better. You know, the worm to the chrysalis to the butterfly analogy, right? So in our relationships, that's going to play a very important role of who and what do we want to transform and transition within our life, in our romantic partnerships, in love, etc. So be open to change. That's what's important here, especially during the Scorpio full moon. So in addition to that, we also have May being Cystic Fibrosis Awareness Month. So huge, huge shout out to all the CF warriors out there, sending you guys so much love and support. I admire and respect you, and yeah, keep fighting the fight. Always rooting for you. And last order of business, May is also Mental Health Awareness Month, and this is super, super important to talk about, especially on tarot channels, right? We need to have constant reminders that tarot is a very important tool, one tool of many that encourages self-growth, self-love, right? Learning to love yourself, self-enlightenment, self-empowerment, to take what's going on in your life, understand it better, where the emotions are coming from, what possible scenarios or paths you can take, and the power lies with you, all you viewers out there, what you choose to do with these messages, right? Now, there's a very distinct line between what I do as a tarot reader, offering potential advice and messages that you can choose to take, and things that are more heavy. If you are dealing with some sort of emotional issue or mental issue, that is not something that tarot alone can solve. Tarot is a super fantastic foundation, base, building blocks, if you will, to jump off of, to empower yourself, to seek out the extra guidance, even potentially medical assistance you may need, right? But again, know that line, right? I don't offer legal advice, I don't offer medical advice, and certainly I'm not a therapist. You know, I have mad respect for those who are, but know when you need to seek something more than tarot, right? That's super important. So with Mental Health Awareness Month, I got my shirt I'm rocking, your feelings are valid. Do seek out that extra help if you need it, right? There shouldn't be any fear or shame or stigma attached to it. I think everybody should have a therapist, right? It's good to get out those emotions and things we're feeling, and not only that, but understand why we're feeling them and what we can do to improve our mental wellness, right? So moving forward with all the videos I do, there will be a link in the description box to a website that talks more about mental health, as well as the hotline to the suicide prevention. So please pass that information along to anyone who might be interested or who might really, really need that information as well. Let's be an angel squad together in this light working path that I think a lot of us are on. And yeah, do good, be kind, and help those around who really need it, right? So without further ado, for the Scorpios, we're going to do a love spread. What messages? Wow, you got lots of messages. We can't take all 19 cards. What messages can we get for the Scorps? Falling off the table. Okay, sorry guys. Well, you have plenty of messages. All right, I'm going to turn these over just because I like to do them one at a time. So your energy, Scorpio, is the Hanged Man. This is the card of Pisces. There we go. So this talks about self-imposed rest, seeking answers or guidance. Unlike the Hermit, though, with the Hangman, the answers, the solutions, the knowledge you are seeking come from around you. It's not interior the way the Hangman mode is. There's something about gaining the new perspective, right? When you flip yourself upside down, the world looks a little different. You can approach a situation a little differently. You can see someone in a new light, see a situation or task or project or conflict in a new way. That's being clarified by the Five of Pentacles. All right, so this is sometimes a challenging energy. Fives are an imbalanced number, so generally the fives are trickier times. This is called isolation. Five to me is always the card of hardship, about proving to yourself how much strength you have to go forward. Metaphorically, you're trudging barefoot in the snow, right? You have very little in your pocket. You know, it's testing you. How much further can you go, Scorpio? It's a test of your faith. But the thing with the Five of Pentacles, the church, right? It's right there behind you if you could just turn around and see it. Similar to the Five of Cups, meaning that Spirit is looking out for you. The universe has got your back. This difficult obstacle, hardship, this challenging time, it's almost like if you were to look back on that time, in like if you fast forward to the future, when you look back, you're going to understand why your soul, why your spirit needed to go through that, because somewhere in there are important lessons for you to learn, and because it's Pentacle energy, important building blocks. Spirit is trying to get you to grow upward, like as a person. It could be ascend to a higher level spiritually. It could be ascend to a higher level in a career if you're stuck. And I mean, this is a love spread, so this could be in a romantic relationship, right? If you're in a partnership and it does kind of seem like you're struggling, it's like you're together but you're also feeling isolated, it's like pushing you to transform. I always think after Hangman, card number 12, comes card 13, the Death card. The transition, the transformation, the release, letting go of control and welcoming in new rebirth, right? I do think a lot of you are in a relationship and you're in a, strikes and gutters, right? You're in a bit of a gutter right now. That's sort of what I'm getting here. So let's do your person next. Your person is juggling. Your person is coming off as the Two of Pentacles, so they could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. Again, Pentacles, though, dealing with the tangible and juggling between the two. Are we going to go with this option, or are we going to go with that option? Frequently, Pentacles has to do with money. It could also have to do, again, with things of the home, the house, career, your job, family issues, can sometimes be your health. That is being clarified by the Seven of Wands, challenges. Okay, so a challenging decision, or the juggling back and forth of two, not making the decision, is challenging. These two items, these two people that are in the scenario here, there isn't harmony yet because it's a challenge, right? You have two cards of challenge, isolation and challenge. I am getting, even though it's saying isolation, for most of you, I'm getting that maybe there was an argument and someone felt isolated. They felt like their feelings were not heard. They felt like they were dismissed. They felt like they were like hung out to dry, like pushed aside. And so maybe your person is juggling the idea, do we still want to be together? I always look at this as the way the Two of Cups is who you love, who you exchange love with, emotions. This is who do you build a future with, the tangible Pentacles. Who do you build a bank account with? Who do you build a house with? Who do you build a family with? There's challenges in the coming together of this. And this is the Two of Pentacles, so pretty early on in the Pentacles cycle, right? It's not a 4, it's not a 6, it's a 2. So if this is a new relationship, it's like you're just getting it off the ground and there are challenges. Excuse me. The Seven of Wands has come out frequently in these love spreads. You could be dealing with a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or an earth sign. Did we already say that? Taurus, Virgo, Cap. You do have the higher ground, though. It's similarly, it's like you both need a different perspective. This person is, I'm just getting like they're struggling. They're in like the pits, the valley of this thing they're trying to conquer, this obstacle, this challenge. If they could just understand that if they took a few steps up, they would have the higher ground, they would have a new perspective. Seeing the forest from the trees, it's like you're stuck in this either isolation or hardship mode. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But there's something else that your partner could be seeing. They need to get a new perspective on it. You could also be being stubborn, Scorpio, and not wanting to hear them out. You might, you're isolating yourself. You're resisting the change. You're resisting the transformation. Like this relationship is trying to grow or trying to merge. Something is trying to come together to build towards the future. And yeah, it's like you're isolating yourself or you just don't want to hear about it. See how he's blocking his ears, his eyes are closed? It's like you're denying the reality of the situation. I'm just getting something about you're pushing blame or something about you've isolated yourself from the dynamic here. You may have said something. Again, in that true Scorpionic fashion, maybe you whipped out your stinger, right? Things got maybe intense. There was a challenging argument or conversation. Someone challenged you or vice versa. And maybe your stinger came out and now it's like what's needed is an apology or some sort of coming together or understanding, but it's just not. Right now it's stuck. It's hangman mode. Hey Scorpio, sorry, coughing. It was bad. I didn't want to cough on camera. All right, so here we are. So yeah, let's see what's between you and your person. We have strength, okay? I think Pisces just had this in their in-betweener, so to say. So you might be dealing with a Pisces. What's clarifying the strength card is the Fool. It's called the Angel of Innocence. So new beginnings, a willingness to start fresh, to release yourself from the past, from mental baggage, emotional baggage, literally physical baggage, right? He doesn't carry a lot on him. He goes because his heart tells him to. He can jump off a cliff knowing that he'll figure it out. He may get a few bumps and bruises and cuts, but he has faith in himself that this is just the beginning of the journey. Fear does not hold him back. The Fool can frequently be Aries energy as well as Aquarius. And then we have Leo, of course, with the Lion. Gathering the strength to start anew, to release there is a release of the past is what I'm getting here. Particularly if this is an established relationship, and as I said, there was like some argument where somebody felt isolated or cut off. There have been just challenges in the relationship, right? Some fiery tempers or arguments. There is something about your person wanting to try and build, to try and merge. And how I was saying 2 is young in the relationship, 2 is a young number. This could be a rebuilding. Maybe there was a split of the relationship. I do get that your person wants to try. But they're feeling stuck. They don't know how. They don't know if they have the strength to do it, to overcome these obstacles, these challenges. You both have cards that are a test of faith, a test of one's strength, of one's spirit, and what lies between you guys? Strength. So it's funny, this message can be viewed different ways, but it's like, I think together you could have a very strong bond, a very strong relationship, but there is a need to, and this is hard for you, Scorpio, because you do hold on to things the same way a Cancer does with their little claws. They have trouble letting go in, they're both in an emotional capacity, but where I was going with this, how I was mentioning the stinger, Scorpio, when someone's done you wrong, you don't forget about that, right? And the thing is, it comes from a place of self-preservation, of protecting your heart, of protecting your love. It's like, that person did me wrong, they are cut off. It can be a little bit brutal. I'm actually surprised you don't have any sword energy here. And I am getting, as I was saying earlier, this idea of not wanting to face the truth, the reality, that something does need to transition from Hangman to the Death card, to change, welcome change, new beginnings. It could be, again, a rebirth, a rebuilding. There is a need to release baggage from the past, to, I just want to say, throw it up in the air and let it fall where it will. Ultimately, those things happened. You can linger on all the pain and suffering or whatever it was that was caused, the isolation, the hardship, the challenges. But when it comes down to it, Scorpio, do you have love for this person? If you do, then I think that's worth exploring, but it is going to take strength of character. This is important for you. Strength of character to be able to start anew, to not have any hang-ups or resentment, holding grudges. The Fool does not have any of that. It's lighthearted. You can see just in the depiction of the card, he could float right off, right? If, you know, he's jumping off the cliff, but who's to say that he's not going to fly right off of it? There's a lighthearted, there's nothing holding you down, chaining you down. There's no heavy weight on the relationship. There's no heavy weight on your heart. There is challenge in this relationship. I see it on both of your ends, but your person wants to build with you. And to be honest, I think it rests in your hands. And I'm not saying that your person is perfect, that they are not guilty of maybe doing or saying some things that were hurtful to you. I think that's why you're in this self-preservation mode, this protection mode. It's like you're in the cocoon and you don't want to come out because you don't want to risk being hurt again. Maybe this person made you feel alone. They made you feel isolated. I feel that for you deeply, Scorpio. I think your heart was hurt, but I have to read it how I see it. I don't think you're dealing with those emotions well. I think you're bottling it up. Like, I'm just getting genie in a bottle. You have to release it. And if that means starting anew with someone else, that's okay too. You know, do what your heart tells you. There's a need of strength, of courage to not let the past hold you back, to still get up out of bed in the morning with a good attitude and with love in your heart. Even if that's not what you were shown, if somebody kind of showed you their ugly side and maybe took advantage of you or took you for granted, there's still a need for you to mend, to heal, most importantly yourself, but also something about forgiveness. Even if you don't want to be with this person, that's going to help you release and transform, okay? So let's get your advice or guidance card. I always joke that Scorpio has all the cards come out, and it's true. I've had a clarifying deck, but I didn't need them on yours because you had 6 cards fall out. Everybody else had 4. Scorpio got 6. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So your advice or guidance is the Star card. The healing card, this is the Angel of Hope, right? Water, emotive, love, self-healing, right? So the Star comes after the Tower card. The Tower is that destruction. It is that that event coming into our life that we didn't necessarily anticipate or see coming, and it shakes you to the core. It rattles you. It changes everything. I do think this was in a relationship, Scorpio, potentially with this earth or fire sign. It doesn't have to be. And yeah, I think metaphorically, it's like your tower came down and this person wants to try and rebuild it. That's these two pentacles. You know, maybe there was some sort of financial hardship that you guys went through together. Maybe somebody wasn't wise with the money they were spending or whatever it is, right? Maybe you lost the house. Maybe somebody got into a car accident and now you're without a car and you can't, you know, there's a lot of different scenarios, but it was a tower moment. It's something big. It changed, but there's a need to rebuild and you're resisting it, Scorpio. You don't need to resist it anymore. Like, open up your eyes, look around you. The answers are right in front of you. I said this to Pisces. You already have the damn wings. You're half the butterfly already in this butterfly chrysalis transformation metaphor, right? It's time to fly on. It's time to move on, embrace death, embrace change. And for you, that embracing of change has to do with refilling your cup, potentially on your own. Healing. The star card is not typically a, hey, let's date, let's be in a romantic relationship card. It's a card of healing. It's a card of maintaining hope, right? It's the angel of hope. That guiding light, that star in an otherwise dark sky to give you the optimism that there are brighter times ahead. The idea that the future has a lot more in store for you that you might not see right now. Using your intuition, right? We frequently see this in the tarot deck. The idea of water channeling that intuition, the moon, you know, Scorpio full moon, right? and the healing of water. You pour it over yourself. It's like that cleansing, refreshing, whatever it is, bath, right? It's washing away the grime and dirt that you've come to accept, and you're closing yourself off to new opportunities. You need to be in the Fool mode. And who knows, maybe your paths will collide again if you want it to. Because as I said, there's potential for great strength in this relationship, but there's a need to not have any hangups or baggage from the past. You can't go back to this person with a laundry list of of the things they did wrong in this relationship, of again, those things you're holding against them. The relationship will never, ever, ever take off, right? If you're still holding on to these past pains and heartbreak. Your person wants to build, but they may also see you as being challenging. They may see you as being defensive, that you're up on your high horse and they're down below and they don't even know how to reach out to you to make that offer of, hey, can we rebuild this? Find inner peace here, Scorpio. That's important. Let's pull a clarifier on that for you. Can we clarify the star for Scorpio? I think you're already in this mode of starting to heal. And again, you feel free to swap the characters around if you're feeling more like this person and that's the other. Take it as it resonates. This doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. It could be just someone you love, a family member. All right, you got a lot of cards, but we'll take these top two. The Knight of Wands and the Six of Cups. I love the Six of Cups. Such a beautiful card. All right, so the star is being clarified. Interesting. All right, give me a second here. I just want to make sure I get the right messages out. This is making peace with the past. That's exactly what this is. This is sometimes the card of nostalgia. Sometimes it's, you know, that person from your childhood, that childhood friend. Sometimes it's embracing the mistakes you've made in the past and offering that apology to yourself, in that, like, you're offering that cup, that love to a younger version of yourself. You're forgiving yourself, right? This is releasing the past. When this, in terms of this relationship, when this relationship was young and innocent, that's when you guys were the strongest, right? Something went wrong there. So this child, Scorpio, meaning you in this relationship, something went wrong and this child got their feelings hurt. This child, whatever, however you want to say it, there was a loss of innocence. This is future you, and I don't mean you now, I mean you when you've done the healing, when you've gone through the star work. finding hope and faith and optimism. This is you releasing the past, offering love to yourself that perhaps you didn't feel from this person in the past, and releasing it. You can move on now and move towards the future so you don't have to be stuck in the past. It's a really beautiful card. There's nothing toxic about this energy of the past. It's making peace with the past. And then it's forward movement, more fire energy. The Knight of Wands, you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag, not necessarily. And Six of Cups is, that's your card, Scorpio. That makes sense. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, but this is you. The Knight of Wands is passionate. He is driven by what his heart and his soul call him to do. He's not the most reliable knight in the deck, but it's all about fast, forward, passionate movement, creativity, traveling, career, seeking new experience. That's what it is. It's the feeling of the experience is what the Knight of Wands goes after. And I always say he's fun. This is one of the most fun knights to be around. This is enjoying everyday life, going on crazy adventures. Think of all the things you're missing out on when you're stuck in your head like this. And I don't mean that in a condescending or an insensitive way. I'm trying to empower you and encourage you to welcome in the death, potentially, of this relationship if you don't want it anymore, but also to welcome in the healing so that you can go out and have a zest for life again. This could be you going out on the dating scene, getting yourself back out there when you're ready to. Once you've healed, that's very important. Once you've healed and released the past, get back out there and be the Knight of Wands. This is the Sagittarian card, right? The seeker, the philosopher, the traveler, right? The feeling, the experience of having love in your heart, of having light on your face, of having that fire burn inside of you, Scorpio. Cool. It's hopeful. But yeah, I understand that you're in a bit of a transitional mode. Welcome to the Scorpio full moon. Hang in there, Scorpio. It gets better. Release your past. That's the biggest thing I can offer you right now. The biggest advice or guidance. It's like, I want to say jumping off the page, but all right, so we'll see what the romance angels say. Healing family issues. Okay. So again, this might not be romantic. This may have to do with some person in your life. Maybe someone that you love or you once loved, and again, there's just been challenges in that relationship. This person wants to rebuild. Do you, Scorpio? Can you rebuild with this person in a healthy way where you can move forward and not hold grudges from the past? Can you start anew? Do you want to start anew? But healing. Absolutely. There's healing involved for one or both of you. Probably both of you. And again, if this is your romantic person, their actions may have been caused by some damage that was done to them in their childhood, right? We all have lessons to learn. Every person in your life is a chance to learn about yourself, through interactions with them. Yeah. All right. Last but not least, a Wild Offering Oracle card. I'm going to pull it here, and then we're going to talk about it over on Facebook. I'm trying to drive traffic to the social media channels because this YouTube channel, as well as the social media, it's all brand new. It's been up for a little over a month now, and Scorpios have been showing me lots of love and support. I really appreciate that. So thank you guys so much. If this gave you enough clarity and insight, that's fantastic. That's my goal. So yeah, if that's the case, I will see you next week for another spread on career and finances. Otherwise, I'll show you this to you now. This card you have is called Being Enough. So if you're interested to learn more about this, hop on over to Facebook with me. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. We will talk more about this card. Please do throw me some likes, some shares, some subscribes, leave a cool comment if you want. I appreciate your love and support, Scorpios, and thanks for tuning in today. Bye, guys.